Hello, welcome, and Namaste. My name is Jesus, also known as Jesus the Yoga Nerd, and thank you for tuning into this short guided gentle yoga practice. I'll be your guide. A quick little disclosure here, if you feel like maybe these poses are questionable whether or not you think they're okay to perform, please consult a doctor to ensure that they are okay to perform before performing these poses. Also, sensation and discomfort is completely normal. However, pain is not. If you have trouble breathing, if you are quivering while performing these stretches, if you feel pain, please stop. Pull back on the stretch. If not, stop the video entirely and come back whenever you feel better. All right, to begin, you're going to need a comfortable space here, and a yoga block. Now, if you don't have a yoga block, it's okay. A pillow, a blanket, or bolster will be fine too. And the yoga block can be any height at all, so don't worry about the height of the yoga block. Small, thick, doesn't matter. We're just going to be using it in a seated posture, so it's not necessary, but I do recommend it. All right, we're going to start off in what's called a Sphinx pose. So you're going to lie on your tummy here. Uh, Lie on your tummy, elbows just beneath your shoulders to start off in the Sphinx pose. And we're going to be in here for quite some time, so you're more than welcome to extend the arms into a seal or cobra pose. However, I recommend just a simple Sphinx pose. And a quick little alignment check with your feet. Make sure that your feet are pointed straight back. If they're not and your feet are curled in, this can create a misalignment with the ankles, so please point your toes straight back. Also, as far as the neck is concerned, you'll notice that I'm dipping my chin towards my chest. That's a great little neck stretch. However, you don't have to do this. You can keep your chin elevated a little higher. If you want to look up, that's fine too. However, please note that you don't want to go too far. If you notice you're looking up and your glutes are engaged, it could be a good indication that you're going a little too far into the stretch. Also, neck movements are invited, however, keep them slow and subtle, just to ensure that you're not hurting your neck or putting any strain on your neck. While we're in this pose, simply notice what you're feeling, the sensations you feel. Yoga is not about trying to go as deep as you can into a pose. It's all about sensation, what you feel. While you're in these poses. You're the observer here, so don't worry about how you're feeling. Just worry about what you're feeling. In your very next inhale, allow the chest to come down. Rest your right ear on the mat. You can keep your arms off to the side. Sorry, you can keep your arms off to the side here. And relax. Allowing the results of the stretch to occur. Acknowledging the effects of the stretch. You can keep the eyes closed or open, doesn't matter. And just observe the breath here. Taking a nice little break. We're going to go back into Sphinx pose in just a bit, but just relax for right now. Again, being wary of the breath, being aware of the breath. Noticing the ins and the outs here. When you're ready, inhale, rise up, and place the elbows beneath the shoulders again. Going into the Sphinx pose. Again, you can straighten out the arms to go into a cobra pose or a seal pose. You're okay with that, however, it's not necessary, especially because we will be in Sphinx again for a little while. Again, just observing the sensations of the body. And if you'd like to, you can also observe the breath or just change your awareness to the breath, and that's fine too. Again, neck rotations are allowed. Stretching out the neck is allowed. Looking up is also allowed. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Sphinx pose is a great pose overall for back health. And on your very next inhale, lower the chest down. This time, place your left ear on the mat. And as I was saying before, Sphinx pose is great for overall back health. It's great for the lower back. Great for hamstrings as well. Provides a nice little pull here. Again, arms can be rested wherever you'd like here, maybe off to the side or directly beneath you or in front of you. However you'd like here. Yogi's choice. There's no right or wrong. What's more important though is the sensations you feel while here. Acknowledging the effects of the stretch. Noticing where you feel the most amount of sensation. Your very next inhale, exhale, push up, back towards child's pose. In child's pose, our toes are touching, our knees are as wide as the mat, our chest is dipped down, our arms are out in front of us. However, if this feels like it's a bit much in the shoulders, you can always just wrap them around your legs. And the yoga block can actually be placed underneath the sacrum. If you feel like maybe your rear end isn't touching the floor, or maybe you just need a little support, that's fine. If you have a bolster, you can always place that bolster beneath you. Pillow or even the block underneath your head. That's fine too. This is your practice, so yogi's choice here. Give yourself the freedom to express and practice however you feel. And notice the sensations here. Child's pose is one of the more popular poses in yoga. It's a very great pose to simply ground in. This is your space, so stay here. Again, we don't so much care about how deep we get into the pose, it's more so what we're feeling. So if you'd like to, you can inhale a ball of light and exhale that light towards that area of sensation while we're in this pose. In and out through the nose. Your very next inhale, come up and come up to your fours here on table pose, hips directly above the knees and shoulders directly above the wrists. Keeping them back straight here. You can paddle the feet from that child's pose, even sway the hips left to right, or circle in the hips even if you'd like to here. This will just kind of loosen us up from that pose, especially if you're not used to it. You can feel a little stuck here. We're going to go into what's called a cat-cow. So what we're going to do is very simple. Inhale, arch your back, look up to the sky, and exhale, dome the back, chin to chest. Inhale up, arch, exhale, dome. Beautiful. Inhale, arch, exhale, dome. And continue this pattern at your own pace here. You don't have to go at the same pace that I'm going. You can go a little slower if you like. There's no need for speed. This is just to kind of open up the vertebrae in our spine. We're not looking to go as fast as possible. We're simply looking to go with an intention to open up here and notice what we're feeling while we're in these poses, while we're in these arches and these domes here. This cat-cow movement here is phenomenal for spinal health and whatnot. So when you're ready, grab that prop, that block, place it underneath the sacrum, and exhale. Sit down on that block here for hero's pose. This is going to open up the front of our legs here, the front of our ankles. Now, if this is not something you want to practice, it's okay. You can go into a crisscross position here where you're sitting on a block or on whatever prop you have with the shins crossed, right? That's fine. For anybody who's maybe a runner or maybe you ride bikes, whatever the case may be, you utilize the front of the legs here. This is a great pose for you. This opens up those areas. And just rest here, noticing the breath. We want to sit on the prop to keep our spine straight, help support the spine, so make sure your spine is straight. You may have a natural spring on the mid-back, and that's fine. Just make sure the rest of your spine is straight. You don't want to have a curve in the spine. Just noticing the breath here. Your very next inhale, we're going to perform a twist. So reach the right arm behind you. Left hand reaches the right knee. Keeping the spine tall and straight here as you inhale. And exhale if you'd like to go a little deeper into the pose. It's not necessary, but it's there for you if you'd like. You can still perform this pose while you are in this easy seat too. So if you decided to go with easy seat, the crisscross applesauce kind of position here, you're more than welcome to. This here helps target our lower back. Releases a lot of the tension there. One thing I did forget to mention, your feet must be pointed straight back, much like we did in Sphinx pose. Just make sure you're doing that. And on your very next inhale, exhale, switch over to the other side. This time reaching your left hand behind you and the right hand on that left knee. You may notice a different sensation here, and that's completely normal. 100% okay. Taking that nice deep breath in and out. Inhale to sit up tall and exhale to go a little deeper. On your very next inhale, come back straight. Pull the seat out. Actually, keep the prop underneath you. Unravel the legs here, keeping them straight. We're going to go for a forward fold, a very simple forward fold. So pivot the chest down. Keep a slight bend in the knees here. You can go ahead and bend the knees as much as you like. You can do a slight bend, or if not, a much higher bend in the knees. As I mentioned before, we're not focused on trying to go as deep into the pose. We're simply focused on noticing what we feel. While we're in this pose. This is great for the hamstrings, great for the calves, great for the knees, great for the lower back. We're providing a pull here, but it's a very safe pull, especially with the knees bent. We can go a little further into the stretch too without hurting ourselves. However, remember, it's the sensation we're more so worried about, so remember that. Your very next inhale, come up and keeping yourself on the prop here. Go ahead, pull, bend at the knees, pull the feet in, and come into this meditative pose. If this is a little too uncomforting for you, discomforting for you, I should say, you can lie on your back into a savasana, corpse pose. If not, lie into this meditation pose here, yogi's choice. And you can meditate here for as long as you like, inhaling and exhaling. In and out. In and out. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Thank you very much for tuning in to this gentle yoga practice. You can stay here for as long as you like, otherwise you can head out. Thank you and namaste.